Hey everyone, it's Stuart again with Franklin Hill Ventures. Day 2 of my estate sale unloading. I know there's a couple of other trains going on today, so not sure if I'll have anybody to watch, but we'll see it go. Hey Lindsay Burrow, Thrifty Mommy, thanks for coming in. I don't know if y'all were here yesterday. It's just more of the same. We went back for day 2 of the big estate sale in Kingston, Tennessee. We're in Knoxville, and so we loaded the car up again. Thought I'd just go through it as we unload and see how it goes. If anybody sees anything at all that they're interested in, just like yesterday, just let me know. I'll tell you how much it would be to start it and what it would cost to ship it as well. And just real quick on the shipping, I do everything as a flat rate. So here's the US shipping here, and then here's Canada here. And I do combine shipping to the extent possible. So if you buy multiple items, you would pay for the shipping today, but then I'll refund it when I go to package it up. So, and we'll see if April comes in today. And she always tries to guess what my starting bid's going to be. And yesterday she did pretty well. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. I know there's a couple of shows going on today, so glad you chose to spend some time with me. Just for anybody who's just coming in, my name's Stuart. I'm with Franklin Hill Ventures. I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And if you were with me yesterday, you know that there was a huge estate sale about 30 minutes west of Knoxville in Kingston. And we loaded the car up yesterday and went back today for half price day and loaded the car up again. If we'd have stuck around to 245, I think they went to box lots where you could like fill a box for $5 or something. But we went through the house so many times, I don't know that there was anything really left to even fill up boxes with that we would have wanted. So, but found a lot of cool stuff today. So anyway, I guess we'll jump right in. Let's see who all we got coming in. Hey Candy 1956, the Warehouse Exchange. Let me put my reading glasses on so I can see. Whenever I run these outside like this and I don't have my computer next to me, it's so hard to see the chat. And these different colors against the background are hard. But anyway, Love Music 32. I recognize you from yesterday. Kentucky Blue Eyed Girl. B. Hartman. L. Martell. N. James. Crazy Grandpa. Anybody else I missed, thanks a lot. So tell you what, let me start. I'll just kind of start here at the back, and then we'll work our way to the front of the car, and we'll see what all I found. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what all I found. I mean, they were doing so cheap today. I mean, we were just, my wife and I, Amy, who's not down here, I think she's taking a nap maybe. But anyway, we were just throwing stuff into boxes, and so really not 100% sure what all we got. I don't know what she got. She doesn't know what I got. So anyway, we'll have some surprises, I'm sure. So we'll start with this box of, looks like mostly chicken stuff. Well, not all chicken stuff. It's like a wall pocket here with the rooster on it. It does have a, I think it's Lefton. Yeah, so it's got a, I think that's Lefton. Anyway, there's the sticker on the back. It's really sunny out here today. Unlike yesterday, if you were with me yesterday, you know I did like half my show in the rain. I was huddled up under the tailgate here. So a lot nicer today. It actually rained all morning, which put a little bit of a damper on going to yard sales, but still braved the elements and got to a few. So anyway, you got the Lefton rooster. I guess it's a rooster wall pocket that's shaped like bellows, fireplace bellows. Let me just pull this box out. I planned a little better day. I've got a table over here I can put stuff on. Let's get it a little closer. And here's another wall pocket. It's like a Victorian lady playing I guess that's a lute or something. And then it's kind of doesn't have a very big hole for the planter. Did anybody else get out yard selling today or go to any estate sales, find anything cool? I was just glad the sun finally came out because I was beginning to wonder if it was ever going to stop raining. But anyway, got that. We saw one of these yesterday too. It's this one's a lot bigger. It's an ashtray that's shaped like a shoe, probably Delft or something like that. It's not marked, but it's at least in the style. You have the windmill here. Hey, Kelly JH, ISO Nadinia. EMC Lucas frog butt picker. Welcome in. Here's a little spoon rest. It was just in the box. It's just a made in China item. That one will probably be donated. Here's a little hobby spoon rest. They are pretty dusty. This stuff, I don't know how long the house had been empty, but everything was pretty dusty, you know, perfect for picking. We were digging through. You should have seen me. So we'll get to this box of magazines back here. I don't think anybody had even seen them. There was, you know how the little closets under stairwells, you know, they get shorter and shorter and shorter. I mean, I literally climbed back there on my hands and knees and like peeked my hand around the corner and kind of back in a cubby with this whole box of like entertainment magazines from the 40s and 50s, I think. So I don't know. There were some really cool covers on those. So we'll see what ends up being in here. Here's two little miniature babies that were in this box. I don't know if they're almost look like little cupies, but I don't know if that's what they are or not. So where's everybody from who's in here today? Anybody else from Tennessee? I know we had some Tennesseans in here yesterday. I know we had some Canadians. Maryland. It's been a long time since I've been to Maryland. I used to travel a whole lot with my job, and I would go all over the place. Used to go to New Orleans a lot. In fact, I've been to Mardi Gras once, and then my wife went to Mardi Gras in college, and she slept in her car for a whole week. She's a little more adventuresome than I am. There's a little toothpick holder, I guess it is, marked made in Japan. And then just two roosters from Taiwan. So that was everything in that box. Probably my favorite's the rooster wall pocket. Utah, Mile High, Denver, Colorado. So we got a lot of states represented here. Welcome in, everyone. As mentioned, I'm in Tennessee, as you can probably tell from my accent. And then my family's scattered all over the country, all the way. So my youngest daughter lives in Vancouver, Washington. And then I have my oldest daughter's in Houston. And then my son's in Nashville, so he's pretty close. And then I do have one daughter left here in Knoxville who decided to stay at home. So let me start grabbing stuff out. I thought this was pretty cool. It's a Ernie's hand puppet, still in the box, Sesame Street. Let's see what it looks like here. So hopefully there's no bugs up in there. I have an accent. Question mark? Yeah, some people think I do. I guess it depends on where you're from. So yeah, here's the Ernie puppet. I won't even try to do his voice. Oh, cool. So is that where he grew up then? He's not in Knoxville anymore, I guess. There's like a wooden duck. I don't know what kind of wood it is. Maybe like pecan or something. I really don't know. It's got some nice wood grain there. A lot of, like, I guess maybe insect holes and stuff. So that's cool. Oh, Denver. Okay. Run the rooster pocket. So let me see. Let me just make sure. Okay, so I don't see any chips or cracks, but there is some crazing. Let's see if I can get it up there where you can see it. There's some, actually, it's not like crazed all over, but let me just kind of show it. There are some crazing lines. And of course, I haven't cleaned any of this stuff. I normally, like if I list stuff on eBay or other places or on the Knickknacks marketplace, I'll clean it. But this stuff came straight out of the sheds in the house. So you can see inside, I don't see any chips or cracks. So just some crazing. And I'll tell you what, on this, how does need April here to give me guidance. Now, how about how does a $8 start sound on this? Let me know if that's okay, and let me tell you what it weighs so you'll know what. And as I mentioned, I will combine shipping for multiple items. And then it's going to be 1 to 2 pounds, when it's going to be $8 to ship as well. So let me know if that's okay on that. I would guess this is probably from the 50s, just based on, I think it's, yeah, I'm 99% sure it's lefting. Okay. Hey, well, let me get that added here real quick, and y'all just have to bear with me. So let's go here, and I'm guessing we'll be here for a while today, because as you can see in the car, there's a ton of stuff. Auction. Let me get the picture. I said it yesterday, I love the fact you can now take pictures of these things. It helps me when I go to package it up. All right, so there's that, and we'll just call it Rooster. Pocket. He said $8. Try to remember to change all these to 20 seconds so I don't have to sit there and twiddle my thumbs while it runs for a minute. Let's see, that's going to be 8 and 17 on the shipping, 8 to the US, 16 to or 17 to Canada. Hope everybody's having a great day. We've had a good time. It was fun. I love the estate sales where you have to dig. I mean, and this was one of the better ones that I've been to in a while. Just as far as the amount of stuff. I mean, even when we left, they still had so much stuff for it to be the second day. And then this was actually the second time they had run this house. I didn't realize it because I missed the first one. But I guess a couple of months ago, they had the first round. I can imagine what they had in the first round, because there was so much stuff in the second round. I wished I would have gone. Somebody did tell me, like, so this house, it was kind of a basement rancher, uh, but like really chopped up. There were hallways going everywhere. They had shelves everywhere with all their stuff. These people must have collected like literally one of everything in the world, or more than one of it, you know, one of each type of everything. And then downstairs, the basement was, I mean, it was a maze, and there were bookshelves everywhere. I mean, oh, they had thousands and thousands of books. They had records. They had all kind of vintage clothing. They had glassware. Yesterday, if you were with me, you heard me say, like, when I first got there, right when they opened yesterday, they said there was an outbuilding that they had not even searched yet. So of course, I went straight to that, and I pulled a bunch of uh, boxes of glassware. So that was fun. All right, so let's go ahead, and I've rambled on enough. So we're going to start this for $8. As mentioned, let me just show again, it does have a little bit of crazing. Nice bright colors on it, though. It does have the original sticker. It's a little faded out, kind of hard to read, but I'm pretty sure it's Lefton. No chips or cracks that I saw, and the dirt's included at no charge. All right, here we go. 20 seconds, and here it's running. Oh, and all this stuff will ship out on Monday. I try to always ship next day or next business day. And I mean, I ship a ton of breakables. So, I obviously can't control everything related to shipping, but I do package it to arrive safely. So, and anybody who's bought from me before can vouch for that. My wife calls me the China King of Knoxville because I sell so much China. So I'm definitely used to shipping breakables. We got Sandy in at $9. Thank you. Ooh, Kathy came in at the very last second for a bid of 10. Appreciate the bids, everyone. And we're just getting started for anybody who's just joining. Have a whole carload of stuff. So, all right, Kathy, looking back, thank you so much. Kind of start a sold pile over here. All right, let's see what else we have. Here's some little, I think they're like acrylic. Well, yeah, they're like plastic or acrylic little clear salt and pepper shakers. They're marked Hong Kong, so probably from maybe the 70s or 80s, if I was guessing. I don't know if this is the original box or not. Let's see, but it's in a Harry and David box. Probably not. It says harryanddavid.com. I mean, these could be post internet era, but they look a little older than that. But in any case, you got I guess it's a mouse. You got a pair of mouse salt and pepper shakers. Oh, this was one of my favorite things I found. Um, it's like they removed the name, but it was a plaque. Here, let me get it back so you can see the whole plaque. And it's from the submarine force of the U.S. Atlantic Fleet. And so it's really heavy brass on the plaque. And I mean, the plaque itself's in really good condition, other than where they removed the nameplate or whatever. I'm guessing that was a nameplate. So I thought that was really neat. This isn't something I'm going to sell during the show because it would be hard to ship, but I thought it looked cool. I didn't even take it out of this plastic to see what kind of condition it was in. Tell you what, let's just do that right now. It's a garbage can, though. It'll probably go to my booth. Yeah, for anybody who hasn't seen me before, I have 3 booths here in the Knoxville area. Oops. I have just broke his hat a little bit. I think it's kind of brittle. Well, maybe I should open it later. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'll open it later. But yeah, I think the hat's really brittle. But anyway, you can see it's like a policeman kid's trash can for their room, and his hat's the lid. And it's actually got a couple of cracks around the rim of the hat. So anyway, thought that was neat, so I went ahead and picked it up. We found this. I don't think it's old, but we thought it was cool because we like Disney. Like a Disney rug. With kind of the flag motif. Hey, welcome in. Mom Has Hobbies, Midwest Thrifty, Margine. For any of you others who do lives, it's so hard to read the names since there's no capitalization. It's like you have to kind of figure out where the breaks are. Because at first I was like Mahas Hobbies, but then Mom Has Hobbies. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the garage since the driveway's still a little wet. Hey, Tinker 96 KB. Yeah, so for anybody just joining, I'm Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures. And if you were with me yesterday, this is just a continuation. Well, not a continuation, it's all new stuff. We went back to the same estate sale today, and Amy actually went with me this time, and we loaded the car up again. It was half price day, so we were just like throwing stuff in boxes, and it was a lot of fun, and crawling back in closets. And I thought these were neat. This is 3 volumes or 3 different years of the Arizona Highways magazine, and they're in binders. So like this one's 1972, and I assume it's like the complete run of that magazine. And then we also got 1970. This one was Compliments of Green Acres Memorial Gardens. That's kind of strange. And then we also got one from 1964. So I haven't even looked to see if they have ads and stuff or what, but here's the cover of one there. So that would be every issue of the Arizona Highways from 1964. I love this tray. That was just, I'm kind of surprised that it was still around. It looks like it originally came from a antique shop in Cumberland Gap, Tennessee. It was booth 58. So, oh wow! So that Green Acres Cemetery in Arizona, I guess that's in Arizona. Wow, that's what a coincidence. Oh wow. Here's a little pool toy, like a vintage kids pool toy. Some of the pieces, like one of the little, well, there it just fell out. I got to do some work and see if I can maybe glue some of the stuff back together, but it's still cool, even if it's got a few little condition issues there. Then I love this. It's a clown music box, and it's Tarko the Dancing Clown. Let's see. The music box plays, but he doesn't dance too well anymore. See if I can get him to move. Yeah, he must be old and tired of dancing, so I think I can make this stop. Yeah, so it does have a little thing on the back to make it play. Circa 1960 on the clown. That's cool. Yeah, see, I don't remember this. I'm 57, well, 56, soon to be 57. So, you know, I remember toys from the probably my first memories, maybe early 70s would be the first memories of toys that I had. So, yeah, that one's a little bit before my time. Let me just go ahead and pull this out. Here's another thing. I'm obviously not going to sell this in this show because it's way too big to ship, but it'll go to my booth. It's a pretty nice piece of Asian artwork with the two birds on it. So I thought that was cool. And it was originally $110. So let me put this one in the garage as well. Hey, Willow, thanks for coming in. Have 28 people in here. Appreciate everybody stopping by. I did get an old telephone. This one, I had two old telephones yesterday, but I love the color on this one. It's the green. How many people of my vintage remember their phone number from when they were a kid? I can still 5, 7, 3, 2, 8, 3, 7. Hey, Mom. Or who remembers? I'd like to replace a collect call. I can remember calling my parents collect in college. And then, well, yeah, I mean, I don't even know my own phone number hardly, or my wife's, because it's just like you know, call Amy on your cell phone. All right, let's see what's in this bag. I think this one of the bags Amy did, so let's see what's else in here. Wait, okay. Let's see if I can do this without hurting myself. These plate hangers are dangerous. I've snapped these things on myself before, and it does not feel good. So we thought this plate was really cool. So, I mean, it's not a real old one because it goes through Clinton. But then this person wrote a note on the back, and it says, January 20th, 1997, attended President Clinton's second inauguration. Great. Best for common people. Born 9917, same as Kennedy. We'll remember Hoover and FDR years. Got through UT on something 15 cents an hour. Yeah, I can't read all the bottom, but he must have been an older guy by the time Clinton was inaugurated because he talks about, oh, yeah. So he was born, I guess he's saying he was born in 1917, whoever this plate belonged to. So I thought that was cool there. I mean, that on the back is, you know, makes the plate more interesting. And she picked up this, I guess it's like Cruel sailboat here. It doesn't have like it doesn't say who made it or anything. I mean, I'm guessing it's probably 70s just because that's when that was popular. And then here's a Disney 30th anniversary Walt Disney World album. It's got 40 pages, and yeah, it doesn't look like it's ever been used or had anything in it. It's got that. think Amy was going to keep this. She found this little Christmas ornament. Isn't it cute? It's got the Mary and Joseph. Surprised it didn't get squished by the stuff we had in there. But I guess it was made in Germany. It says Black Forest. So I'm not going to sell that one. We do occasionally keep some stuff for ourselves, not that much. Oh, and then this is so in Knoxville, we have something called the Dogwood Arts Festival. And I guess Bob Hope must have been the host of that. And it says, "Congratulations, Knoxville." Yeah, so if you ever come to Knoxville, we have these, they call them dogwood trails, and they have pink lines that go through certain neighborhoods. So you can go follow the dogwood trails. And like the Dogwood Festival, I think it just ended. It's, when the dogwoods are in full bloom, and they have all kind of music and stuff like that downtown. Anyway, thought that was pretty cool with Bob Hope on the cover. That was all there. So now these magazines, I'm obviously not going to show you all these, but we'll pick a few because I didn't even look through them. I just basically pulled the box out and just saw that, they were from like the 50s, I think, and maybe 40s. So like here's one. I'm not sure who all these people are on the cover. I do know who this is. Isn't that? No, that's not. That's Ava Gardner there. Then you got the Hollywood Love Life on the back. Here's one with Elvis on it. It's got Michael Landon, Troy Donahue, Bobby Rydell, Roger Smith, and Elvis Presley. So, and they're all in really good shape. And they don't really smell too musty. I know sometimes when you get magazines, they're like really, really, really musty. Um, Here's June Allison. Wasn't she the Lost in Space lady? Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was my Father's Day present one year, I think. So there's Marlon Brando, Jean Crane. I'm not sure who she is. There's Janet Leigh, Psycho. There's another Elvis. So we got a couple of Elvis. And Pat Boone and Lucille Ball and Natalie Wood. A lot of star power on the cover of that one. Yeah, we'll just go through a couple of these. Here's another. So there's actually a lot of Elvis in here. There's another Elvis. So anyway, but I have this whole box to go through here. There's probably, at least 75 or 100. Here's some more. The story behind the triangle that shocked the world. Oh, that's Liz Taylor's Loves. Let's see what else. Just quick going through here real quick. Debbie. Oh, I guess, was it Debbie Reynolds who was with Eddie Fisher, I guess, and now Eddie's with. So Debbie wishes Eddie and Liz happiness. So you've got like all the gossip magazines here. Here's another Elvis. Oh no, never mind. That's not Elvis. Is that? That's not Mary. Oh, that's Janet Leigh and Tony Curtis. Is who that is. No. Let me just see if I see anything else exciting that's worth pulling out. Seems like there's a lot of Debbie Reynolds. I wonder if there's any Marilyn Monroe. Maybe I'll find a Marilyn Monroe. I did find a Marilyn Monroe, like the first Life magazine, in an auction a month or two ago, and I ended up selling that for $300. I think it was one of my better like magazine finds that I've ever had. Yeah, these were the ones. I literally had to crawl under a stairwell on my hands and knees and go all the way to the back to find this stuff. Ooh, there are some old Playboys in here too. 1960s, 1964 Playboy. Yeah, I wish there were some with like the Beatles or Marilyn Monroe. So anyway, I have all those to go through. So maybe I'll just do a show of these one day. Just scoot these out of the way. Okay, we thought this was really awesome. It's a bowling ball. Check out this bag. They do not make bowling ball bags like this anymore. I mean, it's all leather. It's like etched up to no end. Is that not cool? And then the ball that's in it, it's actually got the ball and the shoes. So it's got, that ball's heavy. It's got a Galaxy 300 red bowling ball. And then here's the shoes, typical white bowling shoes. So I don't know. I haven't decided. I don't know if I'll just like take the ball out and just sell the bag online or if I'll put the whole thing at my booth. What do y'all think? Should I just sell the bags? Then I can ship it. I can't really ship it with the ball in there because it's so heavy, and I don't think anybody's going to want the shoes. So I'm not sure what I'll do yet. But that is a really cool bowling bag. Yeah, and for anybody just coming in, yeah, just the bag. That's kind of what I was thinking, Crazy Grandpa. I mean, just that leather work on there. It's got the Mayan. If you can see it, that side's the Mayan calendar. And then, so it's got this whole like Mayan theme going on. It's a lot fancier than the bowling bag I used to have. Yeah, and for anybody who's just coming in, yeah, and the ball's really it's a lot bigger in my hand. Um, yeah, for anybody just coming in, we're just going through stuff. If you were with me yesterday, more or less the same thing that we did, just going through, unboxing all this stuff or unloading it. And if you see anything you're interested in, let me know, and I'll tell you what it would take to start it. Actually, we had a lot of like steins and really cool bases and other glassware yesterday. I don't know that we have as much of that kind of stuff today. All right. Oh yeah, we thought this was cool. It's a tissue, um, a Kleenex box cover, and it's from the 1982 World's Fair. And if you've been on my shows before, you've heard me say I went to the World's Fair at least 150 times, probably, just about every day that it was open. So that's the main reason we got that. I thought this was a cool book. I mean, it says Flesh and Fantasy, and it had Marilyn Monroe on the cover. And it says the truth behind the fantasy behind the truth. And it says the classiest, most outrageous, most intelligent Hollywood book ever assembled. And it had just when looking at it, it had a lot of pictures, a lot of cool photographs in there. So I thought it was worth picking up. I sell a whole lot of books out of my booth. Running out of room on my table. I'm probably going to make a trip to the garage here before long. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to run some of this stuff into the garage real quick. I'm going to make one more trip, then I'll be right back. All right, that cleared up a little space. Let's see. I do really well with cookbooks online, so I did buy Thought these were cool just because I don't see them around here. They're all Hawaii cookbooks. So you have this one's Molokai cookbook, and then you have our favorite recipes, the island of Maui. Then still more of our favorite recipes for the island of Maui, and then here's more of our favorite recipes. So there's like 3 volumes of those Maui cookbooks. Let's see. Thought these were cool. And these people obviously traveled a lot because they had so many just like things from different countries. But you've got this, I guess it's almost like the copper art, but it's, you see raised relief and it's signed right here by whoever did it. And then so there's 2 of those. Hey, welcome in Donna's Doodads, Annie, Lioness, anybody else I've missed. I am Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures. We're just going through all the stuff that I got at the estate sale, the same one I went to yesterday, but we went back today, and there was still just so much stuff. Here's another. So here's another Maui cookbooks. We had 4 of those Maui cookbooks. And this is from 1961, and it says Medical Affairs, University of Pennsylvania Medical Alumni in the Civil War. And so I guess it's just a whole book about people who went to Penn who were in the Civil War. Screw right there. Here's some dragonware that was made by Walsh, China. But it's got the raised dragons. And then here's the back stamp. I've sold a lot of dragonware in my time. A lot of times I'll find like the tea sets and things like that. This was just a single plate that I was able to find today. Here was another little Christmas ornament. They had so many nativity scenes at this house. So, we saw the other Christmas ornament. That was just another small Southwestern themed one. Oh, there's a bug on that one. There we go. And you have the deviled egg tray. Deviled egg trays always sell really well in my booth. I don't know why people like them so much, but this one's milk glass with gold trim. This one's from 1982, and it was to commemorate the visit of Pope John Paul II to Great Britain. Like plates, commemorative and souvenir plates. That's another thing that I sell a ton of. Mostly on like eBay and those types of platforms. Because you can usually pick them up relatively inexpensive, and then they'll usually sell for $10, $12. I thought this was a kind of a cool set of, well, not a set, but it's 4 plates, and it's Fitz and Floyd 1980? Anybody knows Roman numerals right off the top? I think that's 1980. I think ML would be 50, right? And then add 30, it's that 1980. Anyway, these are the La Mesa cactus plates. Oh, this was another thing that we thought was really cool. It's a coronation plate. So So it's clear glass, and it says George the Sixth and Elizabeth. So I assume that was Queen. Was that Queen Elizabeth? Doesn't have a year on it, but it's not who. Oh yeah, it does. 1937. So 1937 is the date on that. So I'm pretty sure that would make that Queen Elizabeth, right? Hey, C. Bennett. Hey, Good Life. Hey, Prairie Moon Thrifts. Anybody else that I've missed? We're just going through stuff from the estate sale. If you do see something you want me to run, just let me know, and I'll let you know what it will take to start it and what shipping will be and all that good stuff. Um, if you were here yesterday, you know the drill. It'll work just like them. Oh, this apron was cool. Well, here we go. Elephant stew. I mean, I've seen this on plates before, but I had never seen. Okay, Queen Elizabeth's parents. That's right, because she was like 1950. Is it 19? It's in the 1950s. I don't remember the exact date. So I guess her parents were not. He must have died relatively soon after he got inaugurated. So yeah, but you're right. And here's another plate we got, the 1962 Seattle World's Fair. Got the Space Needle there. I may see if my daughter wants that because she's getting ready to move to Seattle uh, in not too long from now. She lives, as I mentioned, she lives in Vancouver, Washington now, but she's going to move to Seattle as soon as she finishes up with her AmeriCorps position. And I think there's still two things in this bag, and they're basically both Harry. Are they both Harry Truman plates? Yeah. So Harry Truman, and this was a Pickard china. So that one's green, and then you have one. Oh no, this one's FDR. So one's FDR, one is Truman. So you got those two. All right, we've cleared out another bag. Let me figure out somewhere to put this. Trying to stack all this china where it doesn't fall off the table. Yeah, it's coronation. My bad. Crazy grandpa, you're right. So yeah, kings and queens have a coronation. Presidents have an inauguration. All right, let's see what's in this bag here. So this looks like mostly ephemera. So I have no idea. Oh, this is cool. It's probably was a lunch. Yeah, so this is ephemera in its truest definition because it was meant to be thrown away. Please deposit in the nearest trash can. It's an Amtrak. I assume it's a food box, and it's still got the Amtrak napkins in there. It's got like one. Oh, it's got a whole three, like 10 napkins. That is very cool. I have no idea how old that is, but yeah, these people literally kept everything. I mean, they had, pretty much every trip they had taken, they had. We found this we went in one of the outbuildings in this storage building in the back. And that's probably where all this stuff came from. And it was incredible the amount of paper they had. Well, if I can get, there we go, fold that back down. Yeah, I'm not even sure where to start with all this. Yeah, this must be where they went overseas. Something in France. There's where they were playing a game of some sort and keeping score. They were playing at a hotel. I don't know if they were playing bridge or rummy. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I'll probably save this stuff for an ephemera show because it's kind of hard to go through it when I'm out here. Let's see if I can get an idea of the age. 1976. Well, I'm dropping stuff. So that looks like maybe it was a trip to Europe. Yeah, ephemera is one of my, like, probably not what I sell the most of, but it's my favorite thing to sell. George became king when Edward abdicated to marry American divorcee Wallis Simpson. Okay. American and divorced. Yeah, this thing is just jam-packed full of stuff. Telephone directory. There's a map of some sort. Stuff keeps falling out. There's the Empire State Building. Let's see what this is. This, I mean, to me, ephemera is just so much fun to look through because you never know. I don't think they resold Crazy Grandpa based on what little bit I learned about them. I think they were just pack rats and collected everything. Yeah, this is like just travel documents, it looks like, from a trip. So, yeah, I mean, they had, I bet there were 5,000 photo envelopes that had the negatives in them. But they weren't old, they didn't look to be old, so I didn't get them. But I mean, they kept everything. Yeah, I guess I'll just go through this later. You can see there's still a ton of stuff in there. Throw this stuff back down in here. But yeah, as I mentioned yesterday, where ephemera is definitely not like my biggest money maker. It's definitely my favorite thing because just the stories that are associated with ephemera. All the, whether it's old letters or old photos, whatever it might be, there's just always such good stories you can weave around that stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all these for sure, but this was like we bought this cup because my wife used to work at Opryland. I don't know if anybody else has been to Opryland when it was in Nashville, but she worked there, and then after we got married, we always had season passes until they closed it down. Here's some like playing cards, unopened playing cards. Dream of Red Mansions. And this is just like all plastic cups, like from ball games and stuff. Most, I won't say most of them, but a lot of them are Tennessee ones. And I need to go through these with my brother because my brother collects these, and he's only missing, like, from every year they started making these and selling them at the stadium. I think he's missing about 4 or 5 cups to have every one they've ever made. So I'm not even sure. I saw some other schools like, here's, if anybody's, Virginia Tech from the Outback Bowl. So I got to go through all those. Let me grab this next box out of the car. And this is the last box in the back. Everything else is in the front now. Yeah, so this was another thing we bought for ourselves. This is for our new grandson. We got a grandson due in June, and this is like a nativity set, soft sculpture thing. So I guess that's what it looks like. I don't know if all the pieces are in there or not, but it's at least part of it. Oh, and then there were all these playing cards, like so Kruger Park, wherever that is. Oh, Africa, I guess. There we go. Africa's most popular game reserve. So those haven't been opened. Here were some, I guess, from Britain. And here were some parrot ones. Acapulco. Here's some Tennessee ones. We play a lot of cards. We figured even if we don't sell those, it's something we can use. There's some from TWA. And then there were some, like a bunch of postcards in here as well. It looks like they're all Tennessee postcards. All right, let's see what else is in this box. Oh, I thought this was cool. I've never seen one of these like in the original box like this. I've always done well selling these at my booth, but it's one of the cork art. So if we open it up, it's one of these. And it's like, I think that one's the Great Wall of China. You know, usually you'll see like scenes of, I don't know, they'll have storks or cranes in there and things of that nature. But then here's the bottom of that. But I've always had really good luck with those. See if I can get it back in the box. I pulled this just because, I mean, it was a video cassette, but it just said I was going to try to watch it. It says Elvis Presley's 1968 concert. I don't know what he recorded that off of. Obviously, you know, these were not around in the 60s. Yeah, and then just, yeah, this was just all here. I'll just kind of show you what's in here. Let me turn the camera around. Oops. Yeah, so this is just more paper. It was like literally a whole box. But then, oh yeah, the one I also found. Well, I'll just turn it back around. I forgot that there were some political buttons in there that looked pretty cool. Yeah, I have no idea what's in all these envelopes. There's an old Progressive Farmer magazine. Just a bunch of brochures of some sort. These were like something about stamps. Yeah, then we had all these like political buttons. I think they're mostly local Knoxville. Like, I assume that's John Duncan. I know he was like a Knoxville congressman. Let's see what else was in here. I love this. It's a little savings book, and this is the dime kitty, and it's got a spot to put all your dimes. And that one's from Rockwood Federal Savings and Loan. I actually got several of those yesterday too. And here's some more buttons, political buttons. The Kingston Steam Plant. If you've ever driven I-40 towards or through Knoxville, you'll see the Kingston Steam Plant. It's got the really, really tall smokestack. Really, really tall smokestacks. Here's like a fan with political buttons on it. Keep cool with Clement. I think his name was Bob Clement, if I remember correctly. No, Frank Clement. Maybe he was related to Bob Clement. This was 1962. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much stuff in here. Let's see what this is. This is the Around the World in 80 Days Almanac from 1956. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's got, I guess, pictures from when they were making the movie. So that was kind of cool. Let me see who else in here. Hey, Tinker 96, Frog Buck Picker, Shorty G, anybody else I've missed. We're just going through and unloading the car. Figure I have to do it anyway, and might as well do it on camera. Yeah, there's George McGovern, 1972. Bye, George. Ray Blanton, if anybody's familiar with Knoxville history, he ended up going to jail. He was very, very corrupt. Yeah, I'll just have to go through all this stuff later. There's way too much to pull out and show. Let me throw all this stuff back in here. I do ephemera shows occasionally. If anybody likes ephemera, just look for them. I don't really do any regularly scheduled shows. It's just kind of whenever I have time, or I'll do a lot of these pop-up shows, unboxings, and things of that nature. So, all right, let me go up here and grab the stuff out of the front seat. Yeah, and we're getting close to the end. I don't have as much stuff as I did yesterday, I don't guess, or not as much stuff that's easy to show. I did get all these slides just because they have the slides in them. I do really well. What I'll do with these slides is just dump them in a box, and then I take them to our local auction house, and they seem to do really well. I haven't even looked at like subject matter on these or anything. Let's see. That may be, oh, yeah, these might actually do pretty well. I think it's a bullfight. Well, you can't see it. I'm almost positive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, these are bullfights. So those might do pretty well. They don't have dates on them, I don't think, but let me pull another one and see. Yeah, I'll just have to go through those, but at least the first one looks like it's got some cool subject matter. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 of them, so it's a lot of slides. Hey, 42 Flips, Audrey, thanks for coming in. We're kind of wrapping up now. Just we've been this kind of day 2. I went to the same estate sale that I went to yesterday, and it was half price day, so we bought a bunch more stuff and just been unloading the car. Now I've just got to move it from here into the garage, and then the work starts to get all this stuff listed or taken to the booth or whatever I decide to do with it. Yeah, then I got this vase right here. Maybe like a ginger jar, but I don't think it had a lid with it, just the way the mouth's shaped. I'm not sure what mark this is, but I thought it was really pretty with all the flowers. It's kind of got a gold base and then all these flowers painted on it. Then we have these figurines right here. They're the plastic ones. I think these are the I can't think they're the ones that are made in Italy. I can't remember what the name of the company that makes these is, but you know, you find a lot of different subject matter with these things. I don't know if anybody remembers the company I'm thinking of. All right, just a few more things to pull out here. All right, I think this is the last of it. Stick these over here so I don't squish them. Yeah, so I got this brass like letter opener. It's actually could be used as a weapon as well. I'm not sure. There you go. You can see the figure on the end. And then here was a plate that matched that vase. So I guess you could set the plate or the vase on the plate. And then I thought this was kind of cool. A Care Bears Christmas record. That's the only record I bought this weekend. Usually I buy a lot of records, but most of what they had was like Johnny Mathis, Don Ho, those kind of records, not any rock and roll. But I did buy the Care Bears. And then last, it's just another box with paper in it and playing cards and such. So that's pretty much it for what I got today. So yeah, definitely not as much glassware as I got yesterday. A lot more ephemera today and just other miscellaneous items, but still a good haul, especially being half price day for what we paid. I feel real good about it. And it was one of the, as I mentioned earlier, it was one of the more fun estate sales that I'd been to just because of the amount of digging you had to do. I mean, this place was, it was nuts, the amount of stuff they had. And I mean, it was dark and you had to use your flashlight to see stuff. So a lot of fun and, looking forward to diving into all this ephemera in more detail. So anyway, I appreciate everybody coming. Stick around for a second because I'll go ahead and raid. I'm pretty sure there's a train going on today. So we'll raid whoever happens to be live right now. Just before I go, did anybody is there anything at all you wanted me to bring back up to show? I'll be glad to. If not, then we'll just go ahead and call. Hey, April, you missed a lot of cool stuff today. And you weren't here to guess my starting prices. That's okay. I know there were other shows going on today. Another one I kind of decided to do last minute. I originally thought I might do this tomorrow because I wasn't sure what time I'd get home, but I went ahead and decided to go ahead and do it today so I could get all this stuff out of the car. But yeah, it was another fun show and a lot of ephemera and had all these old magazines, which were pretty cool. All these entertainment, like gossip type magazines from the 50s, mainly, I believe. And then just a lot of paper and a little bit of glassware, but not near as much as yesterday. But anyway, and so yeah, for everybody, before I get off here, make sure you can always search for Franklin Hill Ventures own knickknacks, and that will bring up my store with all my buy it now. I think I have 300 or 400 things listed, and I'm always open to offers. So check my stuff out. If you see anything you're interested in, feel free to send me an offer, and as long as it's reasonable, I typically will accept. And you can also go to www.franklinhillventures.com, and that will get you to all my social media sites, Instagram. I don't really do much on YouTube, but I do have a link to my YouTube channel. I used to make more videos, but I don't know. I just don't have the time, and it's really not, I don't know, it's not my core strength. I'd rather just be listing stuff and doing these pop-ups and, live shows. So anyway, thanks, April. Yeah, this was, I think it's either a birthday or a Father's Day present for my dog, actually. They think Amy had it made and gave it to me from Sam, which is a dog. So, all right, I'm going to end the show and we're going to raid somebody. So stick around and let me see who we're going to raid. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you the next time, whenever that might be. Let's see. We can either raid Jeannie Bird. Oh, so the only one live right now is Jeannie Bird. So we're going to raid Jeannie Bird Vintage. This is the T42 train. that's going on. So we're going to jump into her show. Everybody have a great day.